Welcome back to the Angry Man Podcast with Jason and Greg. So, interesting interview by Andre Ward this past week with Devin Haney. Haney got into some of the details associated with the fight with Ryan Garcia. And I wanted to discuss the interview and react to some of the comments, specifically because this channel was vilified at one point for making similar comments to what Ward has made. Now, I'm going to pull up this interview. It's about 2 minutes worth of the interview that I want to speak to specifically because I thought it was interesting how Andre Ward pushed him and also how he decided to respond. And I personally have believed for quite some time that Devin really lost that fight because he simply could not get out of the way of a left hook. And again, vilified for that, vilified for bringing the science associated with ostarine to the surface. Ostarine has not been clinically proven to do any of the things that they're saying. However, anything that could possibly give you an advantage, they are going to ban. That's the way that it works. So let me go ahead and share my screen, and I want to play about 2 minutes worth of this, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to show you some additional evidence as to why I feel the way I feel about Devin Haney and his performance against Ryan Garcia. So we got it up here. Let's play it.
So the first round happened, bro. You said you had a great camp. This what I don't understand. I don't know how was he that fast with his left hook? Because I know y'all worked on it because you said it.
Yeah.
How did you get hit with that shot early in the fight? I mean, talk to me.
It's boxing. You can't swim without getting wet.
That's very true. And he's not lying about that. And one thing I do want to add to this is that Devin got a lot of heart, a ton of heart. I do want to give him credit for that.
You're going to get hit. I got hit.
I felt like the times when you stood your ground and then slowly pushed him back, it was a totally different fight.
Yeah.
When you gave up.
I do want to add to that. I think that was more so a function of the fact that Ryan Garcia was not in good shape and not so much about what Devin was doing in terms of pushing him back. Ryan was taking breaks because he didn't have the condition.
Ground, he got bold. Did you see that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I definitely saw that. I don't want to talk too much on the fight because I could say, oh, I could have did this, and that. Well, he could have not took PEDs too. PEDs don't just magically pop up in your system. And if they do, then you can justify it, right? You should be able to justify how it got in your system, and it would set you free. The truth will set you free. That's the truth.
So you feel like it was just the PEDs that beat you, or do you think it was his skill set plus the PEDs?
PEDs, I mean, it's going to enhance whatever you already got. He wasn't a bum fighter before that. You know, he wasn't just trash. So he always showed power and speed before that.
So I just recently did a short in regards to this. Prior to this fight, he said that Ryan Garcia was a C-class fighter, which essentially when you have a fighter mention that about another fighter, you're basically saying that he's a bum and that he didn't even belong in the ring with him. So that's a change of tune.
PD is going to enhance whatever you got. And I don't care what you say. If that's the case, why are they banned? Why don't we test for them?
I just explained that a PED is some PEDs are not even clinically proven to be effective. Their efficacy has not been proven. So if that is the case, even though there's a belief that they could give you any kind of benefit, then they are going to ban those substances. I mean, that's just what it is. Like if there's even a thought that it could, even though it hasn't been proven, it's going to be banned.
If that's the case, we shouldn't even test for him.
But y'all had VADA testing throughout the camp. Tell me if I'm wrong. He passed all his tests until the week of the fight.
Correct.
Right? So he tested positive for a test pre-fight and then post-fight.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know, the test take 3 or 4 days to come back. But he had already, so he essentially had dirty urine going into the fight. You just didn't know it because the test hadn't come back. Of course, yeah. And then he tested again after, and that also came back. Was it 1 or 2 substances? Because I heard something about a second substance.
A 1.
Okay.
All right, so I think that's enough on this particular topic. Let me share my screen here. So Devin essentially is blaming it primarily on the fact that that Ryan Garcia took substance that allowed him to perform at a level that he would have otherwise not performed at. And my issue with that is that he even confirmed that the only time that they found it in his system was the last week of the fight. And I've heard people talking about microdosing and all this other stuff. Why would you microdose all the way to up until the week of the fight and then do something different so you can get caught? Like, some of the stuff really makes no sense whatsoever. I think Andre Ward, and he says this later in the video, he thinks someone gave him this stuff, believing it would help him cut weight, to get the weight off, and it got caught in his system. He never got the weight off, and that's what it was. And at the end of the day, Ryan Garcia is responsible for whatever's in his system, so he cheated. I mean, I'm perfectly fine with acknowledging that, but two things can be true. At the end of the day, that's not the reason necessarily that Devin lost, because within a week, you don't just take a substance and all of a sudden you get super strong. It's not how PEDs work. They're not this magical elixir that you just take like Popeye spinach and all of a sudden you become extraordinarily strong. And it's evident that they don't understand that just based off of their comments. Now, one other thing that I wanted to show you all, because just thinking about this and hearing this, it was interesting to me. I'm going to play some. This is from the Linares fight, and it's basically a clip that I just strung together because I thought it was interesting seeing this. And in reality, Devin gets hit with hooks a lot. This isn't new news, and he was in the ring with a fighter that is his forte. That's his bread and butter. That's what he does. He is a left hook puncher. Let me share my screen very quickly with you all so that you can see what it is that I am referring to here. Let's see. Where's my video player? Here we go. So I'm going to share my video player here, and we're going to play this very quickly. Caught with a hook.
Every bit of a 10-1 favorite.
Caught with a hook. Caught with a hook.
There's a little left hook. Nice exchange in the middle of the ring there.
Caught with another hook.
Again. He's doing here in round number 6.
Caught with a hook.
Left hook from Haney.
Linares took that shot well. Beautiful punch. Beautiful left hook by Haney.
Caught him with a left hook. Another left hook. Another hook.
Perhaps on wounded knees.
Caught him with a left hook again.
Look for that right hand over the top.
Caught him again. Caught him again. Double left hook.
So that's what I'm talking about right there. Devin Haney was susceptible to a left hook. And when you look at Ryan Garcia and the fact that that is his bread and butter, that is his forte, that is what he does, and you are allowing a guy like that with power to continuously land on you, the results are going to be what we saw in that fight. Unless Devin changes something, and I know there's a lot of people, I think this could be a huge fight in a rematch, but unless Devin changes something, the second fight will go just like the first one, because Devin does get hit with a left hook, and this guy, when he lands his left hook, it detonates. It's just that simple. So we have to accept that and understand that Devin has to improve in order to be more effective in the fight. No one's saying that, no one's giving Ryan a pass for cheating. No one's saying that Devin is a bum fighter, but Devin has deficiencies in his game, and those deficiencies are clear. And Ryan Garcia was able to exploit those deficiencies in that fight. And that Osterring, I do not believe gave him any kind of advantage because, again, efficacy-wise, it has not been proven that it does anything that they say it does. So you guys tell me what you think in the comment section in regards to this. I just thought it was an interesting topic. Don't forget to hate, like, comment, and subscribe. This is the Angry Man Podcast, AM Sports Media, and I am out.